Hi, guys. How are you? It's Dr. Liz here, and I am so happy that you're joining me. Um, it's Thursday. So, I wanted to just talk to you a little bit or a bit about another trend, another theme. And I keep seeing so many folks. There's so much trauma, there's so much drama. Um, there's tough things that are happening, things that are triggering us in the moment, things that are bothering us, getting us under, getting under our skin, so to speak. And many people find themselves impatient or intolerant. And so I want to talk about how that impacts you in your relationship, or how it may be impacting your spouse or your sweetheart, your significant other in your relationship. And so today's topic, I'm going to talk about those crucial conversations that we must have in a relationship, really need to have in a relationship. I'm going to share some tips. They're they're easy tips on having those hard conversations, talking about the hard stuff, and getting clear on really what's going on. But in order for us to get to what's going on, we need to be doing some things effectively in the beginning. And so that's kind of where I come in, and I wanted to share with you, because some of this is just a tip of some of the information that I share in my Happy Marriage Masterclass, and I want to make sure that you guys are getting that information as well. So, right, we know, or at least those of you that bump into me know, that I'm all about being honest. I'm all about being as transparent as possible, not sweeping things under the rug. And I think that that's a tendency for a lot of people, including now, to sweep things under the rug or really try to move around it without discussing it. And take it from me, I see the effects of people not addressing or avoiding, or these things building up. So let's talk about three things that are going to, if you pull them into your repertoire, into your tool pouch, so to speak, or toolbox, so to speak, you're going to be able to be very effective in your relationships, even if it's a critical, hard, embarrassing, whatever topic. Okay, so when folks were asking me what should I do, how can I talk to them about something that's going on or something that I'm noticing, and I say timing. Number one, timing for you and timing for your spouse, because remember, or your partner, it's conversation is between two people. Okay, a conflict between two people, and it really is about making sure that we have got the setting, the situation, the mindset um, up to the most optimal level as possible. So what I do see many folks doing is they're missing step number one. They're not approaching the timing properly. What they are doing is they're getting anxious. They're getting something that's going on inside them, and they gotta get it out. Okay, and then they launch, or the other person's not ready. So timing. Pick and ask for a time when both of you are rested, more grounded. Okay? Big time. We want people to be in a mindset, physically, mentally, emotionally, able to hear. Get away from traditional fighting zones. Okay? What's that? That's a fighting zone. I can guarantee you that pretty much most of you have some areas in your home that seem to generate, maybe they're more the Bermuda triangles in your house, where they generate more conflicts. Maybe it's in the kitchen, maybe it's in the bedroom, maybe it's over the kitchen table, or on a couch, where the TV is, and people kind of let down their guards, and things happen. Those are fighting zones, and I want us to get away from those. I want us to get in more neutral territory. So what do? You get moving, okay? You pick a new location, or if you can, go for a walk. Go get on some swings. Get in the swing set. Get outside. We want you to break the norm. Get away from things and areas that are triggers from past fights, from past events. Don't rush the conversation. I'm talking about timing. All right. Don't hurry it up. Throw it in between some chores. Or I love the one that's like, we've got everybody to bed or everything. Start to turn off the light. And then our spouse or partner says, hey, there's something I want to talk to you. Uh, I roll back in the head. It's like, oh, you know what's coming now. We're going to have a fight. I'm not going to get sleep. I've got an important meeting tomorrow. Things. So the timing is bad for them. It's rushed. It's almost like being pounced on. Um, so don't be in a rush to have the conversation. Work really hard to find the time. Maybe you guys need to carve out if somebody's going to watch the kids if you can, or you have to kind of get them distracted if you have kids and things like that. But really, it is important. So, okay, timing. Time. Second one, this is equally as crucial. We want to give them a heads up. We want to give them the topic and who this conversation is for. I mean, it's like a pop quiz. Like you're walking around and someone says, and I didn't study for it. I don't know. I didn't know we're having a test on history. I thought we were going to be, it was going to be math. Or I thought it was going to be, a spelling test. We want to give them the heads up. No, no surprising, no, jumping it on them. And I tell you a couple of what reasons why. Having a personal conversation, having a tough conversation, it's important. Okay. And sharing's important. And so we're going to want to be able to, one, let them know what the agenda is, the topic, who is it for? I need to talk to you about something that's going on in me, with me. So we want to make sure that we aren't attacking, we aren't accusing, we aren't criticizing. We want to let them know that this is hard to share. It's something that I just realized it was coming up. I didn't even know it was a problem for me, or it's been a problem, but I finally have the courage to talk to you about it. Okay. We talked about it's not about them, right? I need you to listen. I need your attention. And when we do that, when we give them the agenda, we give them the topic, we let them know we're asking, I need your help with this. It allows them to sit back and really listen. Because oftentimes what I'll have couples be talking about, or they'll be saying, we were having this conversation, and before I even opened my mouth about me being upset about something, they were already hitting a rebuttal. They were always doing something. They were already whatever it might be. And so if we set the stage and we let them know, it's no stress. Like that quiz, this is not a test. Okay, this is not a test. This is not a run to. There's a no grade on this one. I just need you to listen to me. I need you to hear me. And I want to have a conversation about it. When we do that, it actually allows a person to sit back and start to listen. Otherwise, you've got them in the, sure, I'd love to hear from you. But in the back of their head, it's waiting. They're waiting. Okay, when's it coming? When's it coming? When's it coming? Oh, I bet she's going to talk about the dishwasher. Oh, I bet she's going to be talking about the thing I bought. Or I bet she's going to talk. They're already trying to negotiate and think ahead and strategize what you may be jumping on them about. Right? So, heads up and who it's for. Have a personal conversation. Tell them it's hard to share. You need their help. You need their audience. You need them to listen to you. And when you're in the midst of them, let them know that you appreciate that they're letting you talk and letting you listen to you. Again, you're wanting to encourage the receptiveness from them that you want, and vice versa, because they could get their turn too. The last one, and this is this, I don't know which is the hardest one. I think sometimes working up the courage to ask for the time to talk is tough. And, the heads up one, people say, like, I got it. I just got to make sure I remembered it. But it's when we start telling them what we've discovered and how we're going to deliver the message to them that can be tough. So, these tips honestly will help you have more effective, smoother conversations. So we're on number 3. The discovery and the delivery. It is important. Now, remember, you told them it's not about them, it's about you. Okay, so you've got their audience. And part of it is like, I've been connecting the dots. I've been working with Liz. I've been reading this. I'm starting to notice this about me. Or I've sat back and watched our interactions. But what you're trying to do is letting them know you're having a new discovery and you are connecting the dots between now and something maybe that had happened in the past, maybe something that's a trigger. Maybe, with all of the stress and the worries and the anxieties about what's going on in our world, traumas, old hurts, old abuse, actions, those things are starting to bubble up and it is impacting relationships, whether or not we're aware of it right now. So that's what we're doing, okay? We're connecting the dots. We're telling them I've discovered something new and I want to share it with you. Maybe it's like, I am realizing why I seem to be holding back when we're in the bedroom or when we're having, an opinion. Or I notice that I am actually kind of disconnecting and distancing myself from you. Okay? So we're starting to talk about that. For example, I had a gal a while back, and she was sexually disconnecting in the bedroom during sex, or even in a lot of the what he would describe as playful, just being playful. I'm just playing. But when he would grab her breasts, she shut down. It stopped being fun. And in fact, she started anticipating and avoiding. So she's already starting to disconnect. But she didn't really understand why. She just put the blame on him that he was not very sophisticated, or more like a high school or junior high kid. And when we started doing some more discussions and stuff, she realized that she was actually sexually disassociating from older traumas, older events where unwantedly people would grab her breast or make comments about her breasts growing, emerging or whatever it might be. And so she had internalized that and had managed through the trauma, but it wasn't until she was in an adult relationship where all of a sudden she was transferring that old situation without having repaired the trauma, repaired that, and placing it on her husband, and unwittingly accusing him and criticizing and attacking him as him having the problem. So she might be talking. So we're talking about that, So we want to be able to let them know that maybe it's not them, or that I've gone along and I've gone along with this for so long. Maybe you didn't even know that I wasn't really there. But speaking of that, there's a very nice gentleman I've worked with over the years, and he was noticing that he's connected the dots. He came from an extremely emotionally abusive situation growing up. And so out of his PTSD, he keeps his guard up. In intimate, vulnerable relationship, he keeps his guard up. Even though he's been happily married for many years and together, his wife would say, "What's wrong? What's wrong? Is something wrong?" They're like, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. And so that created this gap, or this incorrect assumption that there was something wrong with the relationship. Or for her, she'd think, what's wrong with me? Maybe I'm not, my body's not the same after having these kids. Maybe he's not sexually attracted to me anymore. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe, and then she starts comparing herself to maybe perhaps other partners that he might have had. And so she was way into her head. And what he was doing when we were working, he's, oh my gosh, I'm getting it now. Because we were talking about some emotional trauma, emotional abuse from his family of origin, whom he still has to help out or he chooses to help out and participate. So he's consistently being reminded, re-triggered from this emotional abuse growing up. And his guard is up even higher now, more heightened. And his wife is interpreting or feeling it, sensing it, and he wasn't aware of it. And so she was incorrectly at times attributing it to her. Now, he didn't know, but no, I'm fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But so his task was he got the timing. He gave her the heads up. Hey, this it's about me. I'm connecting dots. I'm working with Liz. I've been doing some reading, and I'm realizing you're right. I have been preoccupied. And when he explained to her that he was in his head with a lot of the stuff, maybe that he had gone out and encountered his parents. That's where the emotional abuse to come from. He was bringing that internal dialogue because it hadn't been processed yet, and bringing it home into the house. And his guard was still up, and he was holding back or not available, or he started to be vulnerable, he pulled back. And so she was very emotionally in tune with things, and he wasn't, but he is now, and it's getting better. So, guys, this is just the tip of the iceberg, that bite of the apple, so to speak, on some of the things that I cover, like in my Happy Marriage Masterclass, Happy Relationship Masterclass, and with this particular module, module one, I'm just sharing a little bit about how you can be honest, but not too honest. How you can be accurate and effective with your relationship with yourself, and get the win, get the effective conversations. Don't hide it. Don't sweep it on the rug. So anyway, I'd love to have you join me. There's 10 full modules. And again, like this is just a little bit of a tip of what we cover. And I know this would be most helpful to your marriage or mine, because they just don't teach it. They just don't teach it. Anyway, I appreciate you joining me. I would look forward to seeing you more and seeing you inside my Happy Marriage Masterclass, where I can, again, help you make it easy. Because having crucial, hard conversations doesn't have to be hard, it doesn't have to be scary, and it's teachable, it's doable. I see the results every single day. After over 35 years as a licensed marriage family counselor and relationship coach, it works. So see you inside. Check out my Happy Marriage, Happy Relationship Masterclass. Send me some comments, send me some ideas. I appreciate all of you. You take care. Bye bye.